Hey, what's going on, guys? Dale Valor here from Modern Flirting. So check this out. Last week, I did a video on the attraction ladder. If you missed that video, we'll link it up so you can see it and make sure that you can check that out. What is the attraction ladder? I believe it to be a ladder to success. You know, every rung on that ladder represents a step that you need to take to level up, to start getting better with women, to start being more attractive, to being able to communicate yourself better. So last week I broke down the attraction ladder, what it is very thoroughly, every rung of that ladder, explaining what it is and how you can start implementing it. Well, now what I want to do is I want to go really deep on each rung of the attraction ladder. So every week from here on out, until we're done, I'm going to be hitting different rungs of the attraction ladder. And so this week, we're going to kick it off, man. We are going to start with starting, okay? Because every interaction needs to start somewhere. So when I say starting, what do I mean exactly? Well, this is what I mean. The interaction has to begin. You have to approach. You have to engage. However you want to word that, it has to happen, because if it doesn't, it's going to go nowhere. When's the last time that a girl approached you? Now, it happens, okay? But how often does it happen? A better question would be, how many more interactions would you have if you approached women instead of waiting for women to approach you? Well, the number would be infinitely bigger, because you could go out and approach anytime you want, whenever you have the availability to do so. Whenever the opportunity presents itself, you can capitalize on it, right? So that number is going to go up and up and up and up. All right, so there's some good ways of going about it, and there's some bad ways of going about it. So we're going to talk about some of the different ways of doing this, starting a interaction, and putting yourself with your best foot forward. All right, so we're gonna hop into it right now. Let's get it. Hey guys, if you have not subscribed to this channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Here at this channel, if you're new, man, there's so much content, so many things available, and I do not want you to miss out on all the content that we're bringing you in regards to health, wealth, relationships. Man, the list is endless of all the things to help you level up to be the type of guy that you want to be. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel, man. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos that we're putting out there, all right? Second to that, make sure that you like the video. Hit that thumbs up, man. And I know that you see the same type of spiel in every video you watch, but this is why this is so important, because it's not just about you. I'd like to think of all of us as guys that are trying to level up, and I include myself in that, okay? I'd like to think of us as a community, and I don't want people missing out on the opportunity to get the type of information that they need. So by you hitting that thumbs up, by you hitting that notification bell, by you sharing these videos with a friend, it gets the word out. The algorithm loves it, and it puts the video in front of other people's eyes who may really need to see this type of content. So do me a favor and do those things. Do yourself a favor and do those things, and do the next man a favor by doing those things. All right, we're gonna hop back into it. Let's get it. Number one, the 3-second rule. All right, now I cannot take credit for this concept. This concept has been around for a long time. I believe that Mystery was the first guy to start talking about this type of concept, okay? I could be wrong on that. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to have a conversation with you guys on any of this stuff, by the way. I'd love to hear your take on it, and let's talk about it, whether you agree or disagree, okay? But here's the thing. The 3-second rule. What is that? Well, look, a lot of guys deal with what's called approach anxiety. You see that attractive girl, you know that you should go talk to her, but you don't. And you know why you don't? Because you're in your own head. Hey,
she might reject me. I don't know what to say. I don't have time. What if she thinks I'm weird?
Any number of reasons or excuses that you give yourself, and you just feel nervous about doing it. Okay, to top it all off, the nervousness is the icing on the cake here. a terrible cake, but a cake nonetheless. So here's the thing. If you start moving your feet in that direction of her within 3 seconds, you're a lot more likely to start off and get the interaction going. It's kind of like jumping in a pool. Once you jump, man, you can't go back. This isn't Wile E. Coyote running off a cliff until he realizes he ran off it and then he starts falling. That's not what this is. Once you start, you're likely to not stop. Just like jumping in the pool, you're not going back to the dock or the deck. I mean, you're going to fall right into the water. Another reason that you should abide by the 3-second rule is if you see that girl and you just keep looking at her. Like here, I'm you, and you're the super hot girl, okay? And I'm standing there, and I'm like, should I approach? Well, she's still there. Well, what should I say? What should I approach with? What's gonna happen? She's gonna be creeped out because this guy keeps leering at her inside his head thinking, what is this guy thinking about? Is he thinking about abducting me? Is he thinking about something crazy? No, you don't want that to happen. So you're likely to creep her out. And another reason, if I need to give you more, that you should abide by the 3-second rule is you're gonna be in your own head. Just like I started this thing off with the approach anxiety topic. You're likely to be like, well, what if she thinks I'm weird? What if she thinks I'm creepy? What if she's rude to me? What if she just rejects me really harshly? What if? And then the moments pass. She got up and left or whatever. She's gone. And you didn't do anything except psych yourself out, and then you're kicking yourself like, man, I shoulda, woulda, coulda, So don't put yourself in that position. The 3-second rule will help you eliminate all those things, all those factors that are holding you back, okay? Now, here's the deal. March 25th through the 27th, I'm doing a virtual boot camp on Zoom for the attraction ladder, where we're gonna go through every rung of the attraction ladder super, super deep. This video is just touching the surface of one rung. We're gonna go so deep on this that you're gonna come away with a life-changing experience, and you're going to have a roadmap as to what to follow, what to do. You have the process, the system right in front of you because you will own those videos. You can reference it, you can always go back, I'll answer your questions, and we'll work on your sticking points together to eliminate those throughout the course of a weekend. All right, we're gonna get number 2, let's go. Number 2, body language and tonality. Okay, you listen to the whole 3-second rule bit, and you're living by that. You're like, if I see a girl within 3 seconds, I'm going to do what I gotta do. I'm gonna make this approach. Great, that's exactly what you should do. But let's work out some of the issues when you walk up that could be an objection. So is that this interaction goes further than, her just dismissing you right off the bat, okay? And I'm a big advocate of making sure that your posture, your body language, and your tonality are on point, okay? For a few reasons, and I'm gonna get into those, all right? If you walk up, you got your hands in your pocket, and you know what, I'm not even gonna say anything. You tell me in the comments what this looks like to you by reading my body language. Do I even need to say any more? Okay, that is poor body language. In particularly if you're gonna go talk to somebody, right? What does it look like? It looks like a sad sack. It looks like somebody that's depressed. Okay, here's another one. What if I have a girl right in front of me, right? And I'm doing this. I look nervous. I'm fidgeting around, you know? And so that, what is that going to convey? It's going to convey nervous energy that's going to make her nervous. Have you ever been in this situation where you've talked to somebody who's very socially awkward? And even if you're a very extroverted person and you are a silver-tongued communicator, okay? You probably feel awkward yourself when you're dealing with somebody who is very socially awkward. I know that's how I feel. It makes me feel awkward, and I don't want her to feel like that. That's just one more objection that I have to overcome, right? So instead of that, now I've done videos with body language exercises. Maybe we can link that up. But here's the deal, man. This is what I work with in large part when I'm doing in-person live training boot camps. I have one coming up March 20th through the 22nd in Tampa. And if that speaks to you, if you want to come get some in-field training and see exactly how this body language works, I will demonstrate for you. I will show you exactly what you need to do. Because look, if you're doing it by yourself, you have nobody watching you to point out those blind spots that you just can't see because you're in the moment trying to do this interaction with this hot young thing, and you don't know that your body language sucks. I can't tell you how many times I've had to point that out to somebody and they had no idea. They had no idea that they're fidgeting with their zipper. They had, on their coat, not their pants. Just all the little nervous tics, the bouncy leg, if you know what I mean. Like where you're sitting there and your leg's just bouncing up and down. Some guys I do that sometimes when I'm just sitting by myself. I have to be conscientious of that, not to do that when I'm talking to people because it looks nervous. Okay, so if you need that type of training, let's go. My contact information is in the description. Get at me. Let's do it, okay? But here's the thing. One of the things that I demonstrate for my guys is, look, you want to act like you have a string right here, like right at the base of like where your skull and your spinal cord come together, okay? And there's a string. And you pull that string and straighten yourself out. You want to be as straight as you possibly can without looking tense, without looking like you got a knife in your back or something, So you want to be as straight as you possibly can. Shoulders back, chest out, chin up. What am I conveying right now as I speak to you in that type of body language, that type of posture? It conveys confidence. I think that we all understand that confidence is something of an attractive quality, right? So here's the deal. That is something that you want to do. You want to walk with purpose when you're walking somewhere. Don't just trudge along. Do. You want to convey that confident frame, okay? Your tonality. A lot of times, if you're going to be interacting with somebody, the environment is going to be loud, and particularly in a club. So there are certain things that you can do to work on your tone, but the main thing is you want to be loud enough. For whatever reason, guys have a tendency to not be able to calibrate their own inner volume knob. All right, so even if you think you're being loud enough, you're probably not being loud enough. You want to take it to almost a 10 level if the environment is really loud, because you're going to get one, maybe two whats. In other words, you're talking to somebody, talking to this girl, and she can't hear you. She might say, "I'm sorry, what was that?" And then if you say what you got to say, and if she still can't hear you, she's just going to stop listening, okay? And you could have the smoothest delivery in the entire world. If she can't hear it, what difference does it make, right? So that is another thing that you need to work on. Lastly, your energy level. This is so slept on, okay? This is something that I cannot stress enough how important this is. Whatever the energy level of the environment that you're in, say you're at a concert, and the energy level is high, you want to be one notch higher than the girl or her group, okay? So if they're laughing, having a good time, it's a concert, you know, blah, 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 blah. You want to come in, you know, like one notch higher. Now, if it's a library, you know, you're not gonna be like, you know, because that would be uncalibrated. But even at a library, you want to be one notch higher. Don't match their energy or her energy, one level higher. If you come in too high, you seem spastic. You seem like you just walked out of the bathroom, you just got done doing a bump or something, you know? So you don't want to come across that way either, but one notch is not gonna be uncalibrated. You're adding fun energy to the interaction. You're giving value to their interaction, enabling them to have more fun, okay? All right, we're gonna get number 3. Let's get it. Number 3, direct. Okay, what do I mean by direct? All right, so listen, 3-second rule. You came in there. Within 3 seconds, your feet were moving. You're heading right to her. You got your posture good. You know your tonality is straight. You know, you're gonna walk in there and you're gonna own this conversation. I don't know what to say. Right? So we're going to talk about a couple of concepts here that's going to help you with knowing what to say. All right? So check this out. There's 2 different ways of going about it, direct and indirect. All right? Now, there's about 1 million examples that I could give you for each, but we're going to focus on a couple. All right? And you should never have an excuse ever again of saying, I don't know what to say, because now you do. All right? Because here are some examples. All right. Now, so with a direct interaction, now this is me personally. Everybody has their own way of going about things. I don't really believe in a one-fits-all type of style. I believe in taking some core concepts and then expounding on that based on your personality and who you are and what works for you, okay? So, but for me, I only really go direct if there isn't much time to play with. So when I say direct, what I mean is I'm directly telling her exactly why I'm trying to talk to her, okay? It's a little more ballsy. It's a little more, it's a little kind of, you know, you're coming on kind of strong a little bit, all right? So, in my experience, I can't speak to everybody's experience, going direct usually doesn't go as well for me. A girl only has so much time to work with. That's, you know, why I go direct when I know that she has a very finite amount of time. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say to her, I'll be like, hey, listen, you know, I saw you standing over here and I just wanted to come up and introduce myself because I would be kicking myself all day if I didn't come up and at least say hello. My name is Dale. What's your name? And she might say, oh, hi, my name's Lisa. Hey, Lisa, well, listen, it's really nice to meet you. I'd like to see if there's more to you than meets the eye. You know, and I know that I've got to get going. I'm sure you're busy too, but I'd love to carry on a conversation with you. What is the best way that we can do that? That's basically my direct approach. Now, I'm going to do those in situations like at the gas station. Nobody goes to the gas station to kick it, right? You know, they're there to get their gas and move on with their day. The bank. At times the grocery store, depending. That's a little bit, it could go either way. You know, just like those everyday type of situations where you just know you don't have a lot of time to play with. So I'm going to get direct to the point. Now, here's the thing. The rejection rate is going to be significantly higher because she doesn't have a lot of information to go off of. All she knows is, well, my name is Dale. Do I find him physically attractive or not? You know, he has confidence to walk up and talk to me like that. But do I really want to respond to this? You know, so the rejection rate is going to be significantly higher. But the girls that are into it will be into it. I mean, really into it. Okay, those girls will be a wrap. All right. So by you going direct, you're putting it all on the line. You know, all chips are in, you know, and either she's either going to respond positively or negatively, and that's it. Okay. So that is going direct. Now, I would advocate trying that. See if it works for you. Okay. You may strike on something that really lands. It's part of your personality and you crush it. fine, try it, especially if it scares you. If it scares you, I highly advocate that you do that. And as a matter of fact, one of the ways that I push people to go direct are in the infield boot camps, like I was talking about before. Actually, I have one coming up April 22nd through the 24th in San Diego. So if you're in Southern California or want to make the trip, let's go. Let's talk about it. I will show you direct and I will show you indirect, okay? Which is what we're about to get into right now. Let's go. Number 4, indirect. All right, now this is my personal favorite way of going about it, okay? Especially when I know that I have time to play with. If I go to a festival, nobody goes to a festival for 10 minutes and dips, right? At a bar, very few people go in, take a shot, and walk right back out. You know, it's just not something that happens. So people who go to these places are planning on staying for a while, right? Bars, clubs, you know, on the street, festivals, concerts, the mall, you know, any litany of opportunities can be had there, okay? So here's the deal. If I'm going to go indirect, why would I go indirect? Why wouldn't I just go direct? Because I want to bring down her walls. I want to overcome objections before they're even objections, all right? And I find that going indirect is the best way to do that. So when you walk up to any girl, whether you go direct or you go indirect or whatever, okay, there's gonna be 2 objections that she is going to have. Now I need to overcome those objections in order for this interaction to work. And I want to overcome those as quickly as I possibly can. And those objections are going to be, how long is he going to be here? No girl's looking for a lost puppy, man. You know, how long is this guy going to be here? And what does he want? Okay, so I'm going to overcome those things by doing this. The first objection of how long is he going to be here? I'm going to throw a time constraint, all right? Hey guys, real quick, I've only got a minute. I gotta rejoin my friends. But, hey guys, real quick. Hey hey, real quick. I got so much to do and I'm really in a hurry, but you see, I'm not like just going right into whatever it is that I'm gonna say because I'm overcoming the objection of how long am I gonna be here. In her mind, not long. I just told her, I've got to get going. Okay, so I'm overcoming that objection. The next thing, what does he want? All right, so now I'm going to root what it is that I'm going to say to her. All right, so, hey guys, real quick, I've only got a minute, got to rejoin my friends. But we were having this crazy conversation and I need a random girl's opinion. You guys look random as hell, so I figured you guys would be the ones to ask. And I'm gonna bring your answers back to the table because it's an interesting conversation. But, see, they have to know why I'm asking them what I'm going to say. Because if I don't, it's like, well, why are you asking us? You could ask anybody. Well, I just told them why. Right? I told them the reason that I am asking them is because I need a random girl's opinion. I don't know them. They don't know me. So that's why I'm asking them. Make sense? Okay. Then I'm actually going to say what it is I'm going to say. Hey guys, real quick, only got a minute. I got to rejoin my friends. But we were having this crazy conversation. You know, it's a bunch of guys sitting there, and I really need a random girl's opinion. Saw you guys sitting here. You guys look random enough to me. So what we were talking about is who lies more, men or women? And I need an opinion on that. And so let's go. What do you guys think on that? Now they're starting to talk and we're having a conversation. I'm not hitting on them. I'm not flirting with them. I'm not showing any interest. All I'm doing is asking a question. And that's where everything starts, okay? We're not talking about anything past that right now. We're only talking about starting, and that is the exact starting point that I go with. I recommend that you try it, see how it works for you, but you can ask anything you want. What's better, Coke or Pepsi? Whatever you want. It really doesn't matter because at the end of the day, starting the conversation is only designed for starting the conversation. It's not designed to build attraction. It's not designed to get her interested. No girl's gonna jump in your lap because of the cool pickup line that you just said. Now, when you go direct, you know, it's a little bit different. But in the indirect, again, this is where you have time to play with, and it's a slow burn, okay? And you're going step by step by step by step. And that's what the attraction ladder is all about. Next week, we're going to talk about the next rung on the ladder, and that is conversation. And why is conversation important? You just started an interaction, you just started a conversation. How are you going to keep that conversation moving? Okay, so we're gonna talk about that in the next video. And listen, guys, if what you saw today is something that speaks to you, something that you need to work on. We talked about boot camps, but let's talk about working together one-on-one. Let me work with you. Let's talk about that. And if that makes sense to you, let's have that conversation, see if it makes sense, and let's go, because I'm excited. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next one.